right, we're back. We got food. Dave?
I got the clown.
Flip him with the backside up.
Backside up.
So you're looking at his little tailbone here. And we're just going to go down the whole back and cut the entire back out.
So you just take poultry shears. Now, why don't you use a knife? Is it just easier with those?
It's just easier. It just cuts, and look at that. I'm halfway finished.
Wow.
So that's the right side.
So you're just really cutting the backbone out. You're not cutting that whole back section.
Nope, just cutting the backbone out.
All right.
Which is, you know, it's all bone anyway. It's not a lot of meat in there. And, and it helps to just lay the whole chicken out easier, too.
Gotcha. So we'll just throw that on the plate and save that for when we make chicken stock.
So here we go. We got our chicken here, and he needs to be laid out a little bit flatter. So I'm going to take our knife and go right down the center.
Right down that breastbone.
Yeah, this cartilage right here, and I'm just going to kind of break that, and look at there.
Oh, so you don't cut it all the way through so it's two pieces. You just break that bone and it'll split and lay flat.
Flat and nice. Look at that.
Nice.
Right there. And then what I do is just as a little extra, because we're doing cooking directly on the coals, instead of doing an indirect slow heat, I kind of score this just a little bit.
Just put a little cut in it.
Yeah, to let a little bit of heat get to these legs and these thighs.
Right, so that's one of the thicker parts that cook slower. So,
so while we're here, I'm going to take and go ahead and oil it and season it. I've got some good seasoning here. This is a basic seasoning salt that I use. It's about a cup of kosher salt. I think you use a mason jar or a container like this. It's about a cup of kosher salt, 3/4 cup of fresh cracked black pepper, about 2 teaspoons of fresh ground white pepper.
Ooh, okay, that's got a little zip to it.
It gets better.
Yeah.
1 tablespoon of cayenne.
Ooh, now it's getting spicy.
And then a tablespoon of sugar. And I kind of borrowed this recipe, but I've also added to it on top of that, and I've got about 2 tablespoons of that mixture here. Added some oregano, about a ½ teaspoon or so, ½ teaspoon of basil, and about a ½ teaspoon of garlic powder.
Ah, yes.
So very easily, we're going to take and put a little olive oil on this chicken.
So you just, now is that, why do you do that?
Just to grease it up a little bit, make the seasoning stick, and so the chicken doesn't stick to the grill.
Okay, good.
So I'm going to use one hand and rub this down. Flip them over.
One hand because you're talented?
That's right.
Can I give you a little shot of oil for the other side?
Yeah, a shot of oil on the backside there. It's my wife always
you know,
puts sunscreen on the backside for me, so thank you. And then while I'm here, I'm going to use the non-oiled hand and go ahead and season the chicken up a little bit.
Why not do that? Help you out here.
Look at you, oil-free hands.
Yeah, I'll let you do the dirty work.
Now I'll use 2 hands, get them both good and dirty.
Same thing over here.
Yeah.
Just
armpits.
Oh, there you go.
Over here.
There we go.
Good job.
All right. Now, how heavy do you want to season this?
Just about what you're doing right there. Cover it. You know, it's got salt in it, so you're not, you know, depending on how much salt you like. And that looks like that's perfect.
There we are.
So we're just going to put this back over the plate and let it sit until our coals are ready.
Okay.
That's all we got to do.
Scoot the chicken over, lay him out.
Yeah. In fact, I'm going to lay him flip side up here.
Now, quick tip. One of the fun things is about grilling is you do it outdoors. We love to cook outdoors. Yeah. Whenever you bring meat outdoors, if your spices have black pepper in it, it really helps to keep the little buzzers from landing on your stuff.
Shoo fly shoo.
Shoo flies don't like black pepper. So if you have black pepper in your recipe, put it on right away. It helps keep the critters from deciding that makes a good landing area for you. Little tip.
Good idea.
Hope it helps. Okay, now that the rain finally stopped,
for now,
and we have our charcoal hot, ready to go.
Yes.
First step is?
We're going to dump the coals, spread out a nice even bed of coals.
Even bed,
even bed, and put the chicken on.
Put the chicken on, all right.
So this great little charcoal starter here is...
Woof, hot stuff. Yeah, hot stuff. And we're going to use direct heat as opposed to indirect heat or smoking.
That's correct.
So it's going to cook faster.
That is correct too.
Okay.
And putting the brick on top of the chicken will help as well.
Okay.
So we've already cleaned and prepped our grate.
Ready to go?
So we've got our chicken here. I'm going to take one last final step and prep our Tennessee Flatstone here with a little food spray. No sticky.
Ah, keep it from sticking.
Yes. We
okay.
got that.
Ready for the chicken?
Got our chicken.
Whoop.
Here we go. Same guy we had before. And I'm going to start him off skin side down here. I'm trying to get the, oh, look, we still have the back.
The back, that's fine.
Gonna try and get the legs tucked under here. Mm-hmm. And I'm just gonna drop him right here.
Ooh, that's a heavy rock.
There we go.
Okay.
And rock on top. There we go.
All right, now how long do we cook this?
I usually cook it for about 15 minutes.
15 minutes, direct heat.
Direct heat, take the rock off.
Okay.
And I'll put it back on this charcoal starter here.
Oh, to keep it from getting dirty.
Yes.
Right, okay.
And then I'll flip the chicken over, put the rock back on, about 10 more minutes, and it's done.
Okay. Now, do we cover it or leave it open?
Cover it.
Okay.
Always cover it.
So I'll put the lid on?
Yeah.
And now how do we set the vents? That's the other thing about these types of grills is there's vents on the bottom, vents on the top. Do we leave them wide open? Do we close them down? Since we're using a direct heat.
I tend to leave it wide open.
Wide open, okay.
Yeah, for this, so this bottom vent here is gonna be wide open, and then top vent, of course, is wide open too.
Yeah, okay, so we got...
So this will burn. This will cook very hot.
Very hot.
Whereas we did the ribs, low and slow.
Low and slow?
We want this to be hot.
Hot and fast.
Hot and fast.
Okay.
Hot and go.
Great. All right, Paul,
yes.
While the chicken's cooking, we got to have a side. So what are we going to make?
Well, you know, wives like us to eat the vegetables.
Yeah, I know.
So typical veggie skewers.
Veggie
I
skewers.
like to do.
Okay.
Basic veggie skewers, peppers, zucchini,
Look at that.
yellow squash,
Look how pretty that is.
mushrooms. My wife skewed those today for us.
Nicely done.
And we got some bamboo skewers we've soaked in water. These are some little peppers they sell in like a package. We got red and green and some orange ones here from the grocery store.
So they look like bell peppers.
They are. They're like a very small bell pepper.
Oh, okay. Now, I've always had a little problem with my shish kebab skewers. I mean, look how pretty that is. How do you get them to do that?
I asked my wife to do it, and she just skewers them up.
Okay. Now, these look a lot thicker than I usually cut them.
She cuts them thick, and that kind of lets you grill them a little bit longer.
Ah, okay.
So.
Okay, so...
And with that grill set so high right now, as far as temperature goes, that thicker skewer is going to be beneficial.
It helps keep from overcooking them.
Exactly.
Great,
Yeah, so
great.
you can get some nice, good grill marks on there without coming out with mushy.
Okay.
Mushy
And in
vegetables.
the thicker vegetables, it's easier to put a skewer through and they don't split.
That is correct.
Right, okay. So once we go... Now, why aren't they on right now?
There's not enough room on the grill.
Okay.
We actually have room to put a couple on. We can put some on for now and swap them out, but I sometimes like to take the chicken off
Okay.
and then fire the grill up a little bit, just leave the lid off, it heats back up, and then put the vegetables on
Okay.
and do that. Because the best thing to do with the chicken is once you take it off, let it rest for about 10 minutes before you carve
Yeah,
into it.
anytime you cook meat, it's always best to let it rest a little bit. So how long do you think these are going to take?
Those will take about 10 minutes tops.
All right. The fire is extra hot, so we're going to flip it a little bit early. Normally you give it 10 to 15 minutes. We're going to give it about 8. So let's flip that puppy over there. There you go.
Look at there. Look at those grill marks on there.
Nice color. Okay.
All right.
Put the rock back on.
There.
There we go. All right. We moved it around a little bit so we have enough room that we can put some skewers in around there. So we're going to speed it up a little bit. Plop some on.
Let's do that.
All right. I'll get the lid. Woof. Smoky, smoky. Very nice.
Couple on the back side.
And that should be great. We'll have some nice color. Get the little grill lines on the vegetables. Get room for one in here.
Yeah, we're going to get them on now.
I bet you can get that last one in over there too.
Back side. There we go.
All right. Cover that up.
All right, it's been about time.
Should be good. We'll see.
All right, look at those vegetables.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Nice color. Ready?
Pull that rock off there.
Okay.
Look at there.
Ooh, that looks pretty.
All right, if you'll hold the cutting board.
I'll hold the cutting board.
We did a little tong swap out here.
Oh, yeah. Look at that color.
It's falling apart.
That's perfect.
Get it in there. There we go.
Beautiful.
Good
Beautiful.
deal.
Flip that back over.
Little presentation there.
There we go.
right.
Look
All
at
right.
that.
If you'll put that on the table, I'll move these kebabs over there to the
Okay.
heat, and we'll carve that in a minute.
All right, the chicken is ready. The vegetables are ready. Look how beautiful that is. It smells so good.
And we went ahead and quartered this chicken rather than cutting it all out. And look at that. The juice just kind of run clear on there.
Awesome.
As a recap, we took this for about 15 minutes after we rubbed it down with oil and seasoned it. Put it about on the grill for about 15 minutes with a Tennessee flat rock on it. Took the rock off, flipped the chicken again, put the rock back on for 10 more minutes. Again, that rock puts pressure on the chicken, seals in those juices. By the time you take it off, it all just draws back out. It's great.
All right, vegetables look gorgeous. We have peppers, mushrooms, squash, tomatoes, zucchini, and some onion on here. What did you do to prep this?
We cut them in slices. These are about 3/4 of an inch thick.
Good.
And just skewered them, alternated them, a little bit of olive oil, and just the basic salt and pepper.
Basic salt and pepper, excellent. Looks great. So all these great recipes are available on our website, yourplatesormine.net. Be sure to check them out. And if you have a great recipe you want to share with us, send it to our website. Who knows? We might come and cook with you. Paul, thanks so much for sharing another fantastic recipe. Brick chicken, grilled vegetables, and
homemade charcoal.
You're killing me.
It's not me.
All right, what are we doing?
I'm ready.
We're back to finish up this great recipe with Paul
Your Plates
Holter.
Your Mind. You're going to blame me on that one too, I guess. Okay, let's go. I got it.
All right. We're back to finish up this great recipe
with Paul Holshoe.
Welcome to another.
That's you.
Thank you, Paul. It's good, yes? Okay.